Hello everyone, this is Candy, the 614 Stitcher, and today is Monday, December the 12th, 2022, and this is my Flosstube episode number 64. I would like to say hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers. I thank you so very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to check out to see if I can enable you with one of the projects that I am working on. And to my returning friends and subscribers, thank you so very much for coming back each and every time that I do upload a video. I would like to say that I apologize for not coming to you on Saturday as planned. I have been sick since last Sunday. And so it is with lemon ginger tea and honey that I am forcing myself to do this video. Prayerfully the cough will stay away long enough for me to get through this, and you won't have to hear that annoying bark that has now decided to stay on for a little while longer. I am feeling better. It is just the cough has lingered. I do not know what I had. I do know that I tested negative, so it's not that ugly C word, but I do not know what I actually had. So there is that. I have been doing some stitching, and so we are going to get right into it. Not only have I done some cross stitching, but my quilty bug came back, and I have been doing some sewing, piecing together of some blocks. So today we will have some whips. We have no finishes. I'll show some quilt blocks that I worked on this past week. I have plans, and I have lots of investments and stitchy kindness. So please gather your stitching, a nice warm beverage. I'll be taking sips of my lemon ginger tea with honey in it to keep my throat going, and we will get right into it. Even though I felt bad most of the week, it was still a good week for stitching. I did rest some, but in between resting and work, I managed to get some stitches in still, so that always makes me feel better. So for the last 12 days, have been trying to participate in 12 days of stitching. I did not make the full 12 days. When Sunday came around, Sunday the 4th, I had been out Saturday all day and had a great day. We have a festival here in Ohio, in Columbus, and it's called Winter Fair. I went to Winter Fair and felt fine. I came home, felt fine. Sunday evening, I started having a little bit of, all of that. By Monday morning, I was a full-on bark and felt bad. So I don't know what brought it on. I am glad that things have started turning around now. So, but with that being said, there were only a few things that I worked on. So I will let you know what those were. I worked on Sunday the 4th. I pulled back out Bucky the snowman, and here's a picture of where he was when I last showed him. And here is where he is now. I have almost completed him. he has some stitches still down here in the bottom. Let me see if I can get this to, I should have unrolled him, I guess, because now he wants to roll all up. I have completed almost his whole body. His scarf, I will need to put in the back stitching for his eyes and the buttons for his snowball, because that's what he's juggling, is snowballs, and they are buttons. But that is where I am now on Bucky, the snowman. I do really enjoy him. I am stitching him on a fabric flare. It's a light gray fabric flare. It was a piece of fabric that I purchased out of a stash bag or a stash cut from Keepsakes when they used to have those cuts available. And I did a complete conversion on Bucky using Weeks Dye Works and 2 DMCs. So I do look to get him finished this month, and hopefully I can get his buttons put on, because I do have a finish in mind for him. So I will be working to get him finished so that hopefully I can display him on next month. That's why he ended up rolled up, because I didn't want that big old center. Like when I first folded it, it had a big center line down the front, down the middle of him. So I rolled it to try to get that out. And now I'm trying to fold him a different way so that he won't be all rolled up all the time. So that was my Bucky. My next whip, all I have are whips this week. I did not have any new starts. And so my next whip for this week is City Sidewalks by Glendon Place. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where I am now. So I have all of the words completed in the prop piece. I still need to add, there's snowflakes that, like, there's a couple right here and a couple on the side. Those still need to be added. However, I can move to the buildings now. Which are down here. You can see there's a snowflake there and a couple over here. I am stitching this on a 28 count frost by Be Stitch Me, and I am using the called for Weeks Dye Works and DMC. This was Glendon Place was the designer focus for the month of September, and that's when I started this. This past time when I worked on it, I put in 259 stitches, which are all of these words down here. And that is using one of my favorite flosses, Purple Rain by Weeks Dye Works. So now when I pick this up again, I'll be starting on this building right here. This was one of the 12 days of stitching projects that I pulled out, so it won't be back out again this year since the 12 days of stitching is over. So my next project is Winter Home by Rovarius, and it is in a punch needle primitive magazine. 2021. Excuse my reach. It's right. The magazine was right there. I thought I would be able to find it. Oh, yeah, page 51. And here's what that looks like. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. This was starting to get in the time frame when I wasn't feeling very well. So I was actually able to finish the H. This was also on the 12 days of stitching. And so when I pick it up again the next time that I work on it, I'll just continue working on the word home. This is being stitched on a 16 count Dazzle, and I'm using the called for DMCs. It is on page 51 and 52 in the winter edition of 2021 Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I do like, I haven't worked on very many Picture This Plus fabrics, but I do like Dazzle a lot. It's softer. It's a softer Aida than what I am normally used to. And, you know, some Aida can be like stand up on its own. So it is a very nice Aida to work with. Okay, so my next project is January Snows by Bent Creek. And that is what that looks like. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here's where I am now. So I managed to finish his hat. I had the hat completely finished and did not like the way that the long stitches looked. So I took them out and I'm going to put them back in. I got some advice from Miss Susan on how to do them because I'm stitching this on a 16 count Aida. And I knew I had to pierce the fabric, which I did, but I'm going to do it the opposite. So I'm going to go through the holes first and then go back through and do the piercing for the hat rim right here. I also decided that I'm going to use the Blanc Etoile, one strand with one strand of Blanc to make the snowman. And I'm hoping that the shimmer will, which it's showing up really good on the screen right now. So I'm hoping that the shimmer will help offset it from the lightness of this fabric. I am stitching this on a 16 count Fortnite fabric in hue, and I did a color conversion of my own using using cottage garden threads and DMC. So that's where it is right now. Both this thread and the hat are cottage garden threads. One is amethyst, is the hat. And then the words are blue wren. You may end up seeing these projects, the snowman projects again, sooner rather than later. I'm in the process, or will be in the process, of getting my Baringo board together. And so some of those projects may end up on my Baringo board also. Sorry, this is like the most that I've spoken since coming down with whatever it was that I had. So my next project is the Stocking by Tiny Modernist. It is a collaboration with Crazy Annie's. And here is what it will look like. And here is a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where I am now. So I finished the entire border all the way around and was ecstatic when it all met up. I then finished the fill-in for the stocking and I put the flower in. I did see Carolyn Zook's video this morning where she had changed it to a snowflake. And man, I was like, I wish I would have thought of that too. I know that this appears to be a tulip. I was thinking that it would be one of the poinsettia plants. So I'm going to go ahead on and just leave it in. So I finished the border and both of the packages inside the stocking. I need to put the leaves on this smaller poinsettia and then just put the snowflakes around it and I will have it completed. So I'm actually feeling really confident that I can get this completed by the end of the month and keep working on the staying on track with the next one. I haven't received the next one in the mail yet. However, it should be coming anytime now. So that is my stocking. And I am enjoying it. You know, I have managed to stay on task with it. Sorry. My prescription. I've managed to stay, you know, pretty close to where I wanted to be up until this point. So I am glad of that. I am stitching this on a 28 count Dove Gray Lugana, and I'm using the called for Weeks Dye Works, Color Classic Works, and DMC threads for it. I was going to look and see. Oh, I have another tree also. I have 2 more trees and snowflakes to put in to completely finish the pattern. I only purchased the pattern. You could purchase through that club. You could purchase everything from the fabric or from the pattern through the threads, the project bag, needle minder, all of the things. So I purchased the pattern and the project bag for it. My next project is this one right here, and it is Winter Bluster, and it is by Glendon Place. It is in the 2016 Just Cross Stitch Magazine Ornament edition. And here is a picture of where it was when I last worked on it. here is where it is now. I started putting in the little swirl of the wind that is going to take off his hat. I am stitching this on a 28 count dyed by me Monaco, and I'm using the called for DMC colors. I am changing two things. The wind I am stitching with C519, which is a toile, and I will be stitching his hat also in a toile 310. This is going to be slow going, and this will be not coming out again for a while. I put it in for the 12 days of, oh no, I take that back. This is actually on my monthly acrostic for 300 stitches, so I will be pulling it out again later on this month. I don't know how much more later in the month I can get. I know it's only the 12th, but I feel like the month is flying by and I'm not flying at all. So that's where that one stands. Okay. So my next project I am using in a Facebook group that I'm in called Wood Warriors, and I am getting prepared for a road trip. And it is Winter Garden. And here is a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where I am now. So I have been steadily adding the border across the top. I have literally 4 more of these. Someone said that they were coins, but they don't. They don't remind me of coins. They remind me of scallops. So I have a few more scallops to put in across the top. I have put in the second color of the border, which is this goldish color. It is actually Classic Color Works Ye O Gold. I did a color conversion on this chart. And so I converted the colors from DMC. Let me gather my thoughts. The model was stitched in Gloriana. So it was Gloriana threads or DMC. I converted the DMC to Classic Color Works and or Weeks Dye Works. And so I am stitching this on 28 count Winter Garden 1/1. It will be considerably smaller than what the model is. The model was stitched on 40 count. She also provided 28 count over 2, 32 count over 2, so forth and so on. But I am stitching it 28 count over 1 using 1 thread. And so that is where I am so far. I need to add another 100 or so stitches to meet my challenge goal for the Facebook group. So I'll be working on this some more. Sorry, it just, when you look at, so you can barely even see that second border of the Ye O Gold. But putting it in, I was just like, man, I would have never in a million years imagined that I would be doing 28/1. So I actually do quite quite unlikely like it. I really am enjoying when I stitched on it yesterday. and a little this morning. I was just like, you get your pattern down and you just go. And I really like that about stitching the over 1 on the 28 count, because once you have your pattern, you can just go and go and go. And I don't have to think about doing the over 2 part. Ooh. Okay. My next pattern, my next chart I worked on is my Whip Go call for this month. And both of my Whip Go calls were Ink Circles Seasonal Sun Sine. And here is a picture of where it was when I last showed it. I feel like my antlers is gonna fall off. And here is where I am now. So I have completed this part down here where the sun comes. This was already completed. I have completed putting in all of the snow for the sky, and now all I'm doing is filling in the blue. My goal for this month is to completely finish the blue and have the winter scene completed. So that's where I'm going to be working on this month, is completing that. I am stitching this on a 16 count Charles Craft Ada with all of the called for DMC colors. And that is Seasonal Sun Sine. Now I have 2 more. My next pattern that I worked on is the Naughty List by Cherry Hill Stitchery. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here's where it is now. And I am almost ready to call this completed. I have a snowflake. Let me see. Fun. I have to add the white snowflakes down here. I need to add red right here for holly berries, and and right here. And once I get those completed, which will be before I see you all again next week, I'm putting it into the universe. This will be a finish next week. I have decided that so it has these 2 side pieces up at the top. I don't feel as though it needs it. And so because of that, I am going to be finishing this up next week without those 2 pieces. I say that to say that I may end up having to put them in depending upon if Miss Barbara can finish it without those 2 things. I know you all have seen Liz Matthews and how she does her trees, and I would like to see if it is possible, if I can have this made into one of those types of trees that Liz Matthews, that was my vision even before I had seen the tree, how Liz Matthews does her trees. So I am going to see if that would be possible with this tree also. it has been very fun to work on. And so it'll be very interesting. I'll be traveling down to Keepsakes this weekend, and I'm going to take this with me to see if that is something that can be done, the finishing idea that I have for it. I'm not sure if it can be or not because of the way, you know, the Hello from Liz Matthews trees, they don't have this bottom part where this is sticking out down here. So I'm going to be hopeful. If not, then I'll come up with a different idea for the finishing of it. But that is where I am on the thread, on the naughty list. So hopefully this will be a finish. Not hopefully, this will be a finish next week. And then I'm going to, and by then you'll know whether or not the idea that I have for the finishing will also work. I have not finished one of those trees. I would have to have it professionally finished, which I'm willing to do for the look that I'm wanting. Because I think it would look really cute to have like my purple tree and another couple of Christmas trees on the shelf behind me next year. And I have one more whip after that, and this is my theme piece for Razzle. The theme for Magazine Monthly Challenge group is Razzle Dazzle, and this is my theme piece. Did I not? Okay, here it is right here, sorry. It is this snowflake right here. And what makes it razzly dazzly for me is that I am using, she used Dinky Dyes and light effects for the name of the chart is called Christmas Snowflake, and the designer used light effects. I am not going to be using light effects. I will be using Petite Treasure Braid. So here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where I am now. I have finished all of the stitching on this. I used, the name just went right out of my head. A toile C519. And so it is really sparkly in person. And when I first looked at it, I was like, you know, I can be finished with this right now. However, there are some more X's, and for those, I'm going to use the Petite Treasure Braid. It just says fine. BP04 is very fine. So I'm going to use this. I have never used Petite Treasure Braid before, so I'm hoping that it has a easy learning curve. But that is my Razzle Dazzle piece. It is a beautiful snowflake. If you have been around before, for those of you that have not been around for a long time, I am a snowflake, butterfly, sea turtle person. So I have a lot of winter charts. I guess I like winter stitching, but I love snowflakes. And so this one was right up my alley. And I need to come up with a nice way to have it finished also. I was thinking a nice little pillow, but then I was like, pillow, but it would be nice to have it made into an ornament. I wish you could really pick up the sparkle in it, because it is a very, with using the toile threads, it does make it very sparkly, just not on camera. But these are my whips for this week. And I am very happy with the progress that I made with all of the charts that I did manage to get through, even though I wasn't feeling very well. The one thing about me not feeling very well is that I was able to just sit and stitch, and when I was ready to go lay down, I could just put it down and go lay down. So again, I didn't have any finishes this week. So if you follow me on Instagram, though, you saw that I posted a picture, and the picture was wham, just like that. Before I started with cross stitch, I am a quilter. And so for the past 6 months, I have not touched my sewing machine, and it was actually pretty disheartening. Like, what was the problem? Whatever the problem was, it has left me, and I am back to sewing. And so I would like to show you. They are all the same block. However, I have done different colorways, or different, you'll see. So these blocks are from the 2021 Social Lights. It is number 15. It's called the Genuine block. This block was designed by Lori Holt. And when I saw this block, all I could think of was poinsettias. So what I did is I made the center of all the blocks the same fabric, but then, oh, did you see that? Try that. But then I used 2 different fabrics for the leaves or the petals of the poinsettia, or what my interpretation is. So here's a darker version, and then here is a lighter version. And that's 2 of the blocks that I've done. And then so far I've done a total of 5. I probably need to do another 2 or 3. I thought these would be really nice Christmas gifts for a couple of my friends. And so I have those 2. And that is what the fabric looks like up close. And then I just have one more. And I've used all different shades of red with different prints on the inside. And so that is what that also looks like. So it has been really great this week. It started on the 4th, on December the 4th, where I was like, oh my goodness, I've got it. It's back. And so I cut the fabric and have been just sewing them together as I felt up to it. So I'm very happy that my Sojo has come back. I'm looking forward to doing more sewing, piecing. For quilting, you start out with piecing, and then the quilting is the actual part where you put it all together. But I'm very pleased with my progress and how those blocks have come out. So thank you all for your support. If you commented on the Instagram picture that I put up for that. So now I am going to be giving you my plans And then after that, I will do the giveaway, announce the winners of the giveaway from last week on Saturday. And then we will go into investments in Stitchy Kindness, which I have quite a bit of. So for my plans this week, I will be putting in some more work on Winter Garden. I need to get to 400 stitches. I've set my goal to get to those 400 stitches by Sunday of this coming week. So that'll be by the 18th. I have 3 challenges in that group that I need to get stitches in on, and I have fallen woefully behind on doing that. And so I need to get it together and get the very first part of it completed so that I can keep moving on. So I'll be working on Winter Garden. My next, the next plan I have is to put in, I have 200 stitches to add to Christmas sentiments for this month. So I would like to get those put in this week so that I can have another goal to check off of my list of things to do. I probably, in retrospect, should have planned my 12 days of stitching and my magazine monthly challenge acrostic simultaneously together instead of doing them separately. I think I would have had more success at both had I planned it better. I think the planning part was where I was all off, and so I haven't spent time working on either one of them very effectively this month. But anyway, and then so I'm going to put in 200 stitches for Christmas sentiments, and I need to put in 2 hours for Let's Be Frozen, which is my Imaginating back stitch piece. So I am going to take a break for a second and try to see if my voice will hold out, and I will be back. Hello everyone, this is Candy, the 614 Stitcher again. I am recording the giveaway portion of the video. I have put in the URL. I am filtering by duplicate users using the specific text. I have the number 1 already listed in. There are 19 unique comments. And so now I am going to select or start the drawing. Good luck, everyone. Rhonda Wise, congratulations and enjoy your podcast and stitching 1, 2, 3, 4. So thank you so very much, Rhonda. I appreciate you so very much. You always are a great viewer and a great commenter. So now I am going to remove the winner from the list. Click. And I'm going to put in the number 2 and get comments. Oh, sorry. This is a new portion that they've added right here. And number 2. And so now I'm going to get the comments. There are 23 people that asked for number 2. And so now I'm going to start. Good luck for all of you that chose number 2. Number 2 is Linda Fatola. Congratulations. Sorry, I'm just writing this down, so I also will make sure I know. And so now I am going to go back up. I am going to put in the number 3. There are 21 that requested number 3, and so here are the names. Good luck, everyone. Karen RM, you two are you comment also a lot. MR, Karen RM is the winner for number 3. And ooh, I always go the wrong way. Now I'm going to put in number 4. And get unique comments. And there are 24 for number 4. Good luck, everyone. Elizabeth E for number 4. And there's one more, number 5. And there are 12 unique comments for number 5. Shari Stitches. Thank you so very much for all of you that participated. I really appreciate your support, and I will be getting your winnings out in the mail. Please be sure to comment below. In the description box is my email address, and please send me your address so that I can get these winnings into the mail for you as soon as possible. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you all so very much who have participated in the giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers and my second Flosstube anniversary. I really appreciate it. Again, the winners were Rhonda Wise, Linda Fatoli, Karen M.R., Elizabeth E., and Shari, I hope I'm saying that right, Stitches. If you would please, my email address is in the description box below. Please email me your mailing address so that I can get your winnings out in the mail to you as soon as possible. I do still have and would like to congratulate one more time Renee Myers on the Surprise Me. She won the Surprise Me giveaway. I have been in contact with Renee, and she understood me being under the weather this past weekend, and so I will be getting her winning out in the mail to her. My plan is to do that on tomorrow. So if you could please email me your address, everyone that won today, I would appreciate it, and I will get those straight in the mail to you. So the next part of the video will be the investments / haul. And I actually have quite a bit, so I'm going to find some room on my table and hold on for just 1 second. So I'm going to start with my Christmas cards that I have received so far. This is a cutie by my friend Janelle. She is Coffee, Wine, and Stitching Time. We are all part, it's a friends group that we are on Facebook together, and we did a tea exchange, and so she sent me a beautiful card. Here's my next card is from my friend Melina. They all know me. You see all the little snowmen. My friend Lynn, who is an avid Peanuts fan, and it's got glitter all over it for the snow. There you go. And then just today, I received a lovely postcard from Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching, recapping their year. So thank you all so very much for your lovely postcards or holiday greeting cards. I really do appreciate them. I placed an order with my friend Athena, and she sent me a beautiful card. If you know Athena, you know she is about Harry Potter all the way down. So that's the postcard that came. I also got 2 lovely stickers. The Gingerbread Bakery and All You Need Is Love. And here is her business card. I'm going to hold that up for 1 second. And so she had a shirt sale. I am actually wearing one of her shirts from last Christmas. Her shirts are superb. I have not had one. She actually made the logo and t-shirt for the 614 Stitcher logo on the t-shirt that I have. And I have not had one peel, anything. She does great work. So please be sure and go over to Instagram and Facebook and check her out. Here is one of the shirts that I ordered, and I know on the screen it looks blue. However, it is purple because I am a purple person. So it is a long sleeve t-shirt, and that is the saying that it has on it. So that was t-shirt number 1. These are all Christmas gifts to myself. I learned a long time ago that if you want something, get it when you want it, and that way you won't be disappointed waiting on somebody else to get it for you. And so stitching is definitely my therapy. And then this is the last one. Keep calm and stitch on. And this one is a raglan. So I really have enjoyed, I wear her t-shirts all the time, in the house, to stitching events. So please be sure and go over and check out Athena Stitching Goddess Designs. She is not doing holiday Christmas shirts anymore for the season. She has moved on and is now doing, I believe, Valentine's Day or just everyday shirts, not necessarily cross-stitch themed. So if you're looking for a t-shirt, an everyday t-shirt, it is not, she doesn't just do cross-stitch. So you can check her out and get a t-shirt with a saying on it that she has. I also received both my Floss Fix and my Floss Frenzy. So we'll do the Fix one first, even though it was the last one. I just received this today, and it is Ruby Slippers, Ribbon Red, and the light is really blowing them out next to this whiteboard. Cupid, and then Cherry Cobbler, Red Currant, and Manor Red. So the theme for December 2022 for the Floss Fix is red. Yeah, they called it Santa Red. Santa baby. Yeah. It's trying to come off. I'm trying to hold it on. It's not working very well. So for the Floss Frenzy, we have, this is Baked Apple and Brick, Williamsburg, Cayenne, Merlot, and Crimson. And for both of these clubs are from the Fat Quarter Shop. I do not believe they are taking orders or reservations for either of these clubs again. Starting in January, my understanding is that they will be changing over from the different colorways to alphabetical order for the club. So it'll be interesting to see how many of these I already have duplicates of. So we'll have to go from there and see. My next investment is my Cottage Garden Thread Club, which I get from Garon Stitchery. And the first one is Carrot Seed. And then there is Wheat. These are showing up much lighter than what they are truly. This is Slate. Blackwood. And Hot Coffee. So that is my Cottage Garden thread. I am staying in the Cottage Garden Thread Club for another 6 months. I'm going to see how it all plays out. So another 6 months to a year with that club. Also from Garon Stitchery, I placed an order and found a Teresa Kogut that I'll be starting. December is Teresa Kogut month for the Garon Designer Focus. So I'll be starting this. It is also Miss Dina Half Stitch Cross Stitch's birthday month. And she asked that those that wanted to help her celebrate would work on a Teresa Kogut pattern. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I found Jingle Bells Star Ornament. And if any of you have stitched this already, I would like to ask you a question. This border around here says that it is a DMC color that is a taupe taupey brown, but it does not look taupey brown to me. So what color did you stitch it in if you have stitched this chart already? I looked on the page on her website, but there was not a correction listed for it. So if you stitched this ornament, could you please let me know what color you stitched the outline in, okay? And then I found Styling Snowman. And isn't he just the cutest? Like that, the scarf with the matching hat. I loved it when I seen it. So that was from Garon Stitchery. Then my Color and Cotton fabric came in, fabric of the month. And it is a 28 count Lugana. And the color is called Lemon Drop. And that is really blown out. It is not that bright at all. So I'm very sorry. Oh, that's a little better. Yeah, it's not that bright really. But it's a nice yellow, light yellow color. It's got more color than what is showing there. I also received my Fat Quarter Shop quarterly subscription. And it came in this really cute bag. And the chart is Lady Claus. And it has the needle minder. It has a stitch, unstitcher. All of the floss, the chart. It has a John James needle in here. And I am going to be offering up the whole shebang right now as a giveaway. I know I will not stitch this, and so I am going to be offering it up. It does come with a 14 count minty green opalescent for the fabric. It also comes with the chart. I'm giving it all away. It has the needle minder. It has all of the floss you'll need, plus a John James needle, and an unstitcher, which I probably would have liked to have kept because I would love this, but it is a, sorry for the crinkling. It is similar to what you would use, you know, how you use your needle to unpick. It is not a, it is by Lori Holt, so they'll be selling them. It is not a thread cutter. It literally will pick the stitches out. So there is that. If you would like to be entered to win this, put in your comments or answer the question. No. Okay, let me think. If you would like to be entered in the giveaway, please do not say giveaway. Please be over 18 so that I can ask you for your mailing address. Please don't say any of the keywords. and use the word exclusive in your comment. That'll be the word that I'll be looking for. Exclusive. And I'm writing it down so I'll know. Okay, so I will be giving this whole, including the project bag, away to the next, you know, for the next video, which will be Saturday or Sunday. I really would like to get back on the Saturday schedule. I really enjoyed doing the video on Saturday, so it will be exclusive. And please be sure to use that word in your comments. So I was sewing on Friday, and there was a knock at the door, and which is surprising to me because a lot of people, if you know me, you know I don't really use my front door, but there was a knock at the front door, and so I was totally surprised. It was the UPS truck. Oh, before I get to that, let me show you. So I also received a 12 Days of Christmas package from Silks for You, which I will be opening up starting on December the 25th. The 12 Days of Christmas runs from the 25th of December through January the 6th. And I will be doing daily videos for the 12 Days of Christmas. So this is my Silks for You. And then I also purchased from Vicky Stitch and Button a 12-day of Christmas bag set. So there are 12 gifts inside the bag. And so I will be doing this and the 12 days of giveaway from the Silks for You. Plus, I also had a subscriber send me 12 Days of Christmas stitching packages, little packages in the mail. And I will be opening those also. So I will be doing 12 Days of Christmas starting on December the 25th. So now back to my story. So I go to the door, and the UPS man brought this box. And I, you know, between Albert and the pouring down rain, I could hardly get the box in. But I did manage. And then I opened up the box and could barely contain myself, even now. So one of my lovely subscribers, she knows who she is, her SB. I thank you so very much. Just the details. She made me this beautiful handmade card, and it opens up, and I mean literally, I'm gonna have to so that's the card that was made for me. And then there was a lovely note on the envelope of the card. So then inside the box, there were all these layers of bubble wrap. So you had to go down through each layer to get to the next thing. So in one of the first layers, was a whole bag full of needle mine. This one is actually a needle threader by My Big Toe. And then there were all these needle minders. I mean, just such thoughtfulness, and you would think that by now I wouldn't be, I'm not saying this correctly, that it wouldn't overwhelm me, but it is so overwhelming, the thoughtfulness that people show one another. In a time when I thought for a long time, this is actually a pen that could be made into a needle minder. And then some Putford scissors. In a day and a time when you think that people just don't care anymore about other people, that the spirit and the gift of giving is just passe, and that people expect for other people to just do things and give things away. I am not one of those people. I did not grow up where people openly, for the sake of giving, gave you things. I mean, so then, as I kept going down through the box, there was some more stuff in the box. There was a package of 28 count linen from Woodchelt, brand spanking new, never opened. Even if it had been opened, I would have been appreciative, because like white is a very difficult color for me to come across. I have a lot of fabric. So I don't readily buy fabric unless I need something specifically, which I have bought or it has been given to me. Then there was another piece that is a fiber on a whim, and it's called Slate. And this is actually a piece of Ada, which is very soft, very nice. No, there was no, like, you know, keep it, give it away, do what you want to with it. Just whatever you want to do. Then there's another piece of Ada, and another piece of Woodchelt 28 count. Oh, I'm sorry, this is 30 count linen. Then another piece of fabric. This one doesn't have a name on it, but it's beautiful nevertheless. So that was another layer. Then there was a mug. And then there was this beautiful snow globe that was in the box. It was in a box inside a box, you know. And not only was the snow globe, it has a plug. She also sent the batteries, just in case I didn't want to use the plug. So I also have the batteries, and it is lovely. I have a male and a female cardinal that live in my tree year around, and he tends to her like, I just watch him in amazement, because I'm like, man, if I could find a man that act like a bird and tend to the needs all the time, it would be wonderful. But it has glitter in it. And so I have 2 snow globes, but I love snow globes. They're just one of those things that I never think about asking for. But then, you know, I didn't have to. And then one of the last things that was in the box was a project keeper from Tiger Lily Designs. And I watch Tiger Lily Designs Flosstube. And so I know the quality of these project keepers. And then I opened up the project keeper. And here is a project that was in the keeper already. And it is one of the wee Santas. And then on the other side is a fully kitted, drawn thread chart for winter. It has the silks, the beads, the buttons, all of it. Like, thank you is not enough. When people pour into you blessings of this magnitude, thank you is just not enough. To extend how you feel. And so I want you all to know that I never expect anything like this. I know, you know, her card said that, you know, to be a mother, we always sacrifice and we always give to everyone else except for ourselves. And I feel like that at this point in time in my life that I am at the stage where I can do for myself, but to have someone out of the kindness of their hearts send me these gifts at this time of the year. You know, I celebrate Christmas just like everyone else. I don't get a lot of gifts for Christmas. I try to give more than what I get. And so I am so appreciative of every thought that went into packaging this box and getting it together for me. Thank you so very, very, very much. It is mind-blowing that people are still so generous in these days and times that it is mind-blowing to me. And so with that, I want to wish you all a very happy evening. I hope you all are getting in lots of stitching and you are being kind and nice, because this time of the year is very hectic for a lot of people. It's very depressing. So check on those people that are close to you and make sure that they're doing okay. I will talk to you soon. Good night.